Miller tames the M1, while Oliveira struggles to adapt. Jack Miller's transition to Yamaha is progressing smoothly, as the Pramac Yamaha rider wrapped up the MotoGP Thailand preseason test with lap times close to those of Fabio Quartararo. Meanwhile, Miguel Oliveira continues to struggle with one crucial aspect of the bike. Miller shows promise, Quartararo still searching for more. Yamaha's lead rider, Fabio Quartararo, expressed some disappointment after the final test in Thailand. The newly formed Pramac satellite team has plenty of work ahead, but Miller and Oliveira are making strides in adapting to the M1. The Australian rider performed slightly better than Oliveira, as reflected in the lap times. Miller finished the test in 10th place. During the qualifying session, he was only a tenth of a second slower than Quartararo. Oliveira, on the other hand, was less than half a second behind both Quartararo and Miller in his fastest lap. So far, the bike is working well, Miller said optimistically. I'm happy with where we are at the moment. The bike is enjoyable to ride, and I'm learning what it needs every day. I've always known that Yamaha has good balance. It's all about adjusting my riding style and figuring out what I need to change. Everything is going well, and I'm quite pleased with our current position. Miller attempted 2 qualifying runs. Regarding sprint race simulations, he noted that his pace was promising. However, he encountered issues with the bike's electronic mapping. Additionally, the test engine he used had already logged 2,000 kilometers, resulting in some power loss. Where does Miller stand compared to Quartararo? There are certain areas where Fabio is exceptional on this bike, Miller admitted. I need to understand how to adapt and replicate that. But I also have my own strengths. We've tried different configurations and found what works for us. Of course, we still have improvements to make before we can challenge the frontrunners, but we are heading in the right direction. Oliveira's struggles with braking. Pramac team manager Gino Borsoi acknowledged the progress Miller has made, but pointed out that Oliveira is still searching for the right balance with the Yamaha. Jack has a very good feeling with the bike, while we still need to find the right setup for Miguel, Borsoi said. The Portuguese rider openly admitted that braking remains his biggest challenge with the M1. My biggest issue is in the braking phase, Oliveira explained. I haven't been able to maximize it yet. This bike requires a different braking technique, and you can't just adapt overnight. The Buriram circuit layout is very demanding, with many challenging braking points, but I feel like I've made solid progress. With this bike, you have to attack in the braking zones to save time. We don't gain much when exiting corners due to poor traction with new tires. That's why everything needs to be done on the brakes. We've made a lot of changes to the bike and now understand what works and what doesn't. Oliveira also believes that Miller's natural riding style is better suited for the Yamaha. Jack's style fits this bike well because he's great on the brakes, Oliveira admitted. I still need a bit more time. I'm not far off, just missing a little in certain areas. The team's adaptation process. Miller has an advantage in knowing the Pramac team well, having raced with them for 3 years. Oliveira, however, is still adjusting to his new environment. Additionally, Miller has a new crew chief, Giacomo Guidotti, while Oliveira is working with Luca Ferraccioli, who is in his first role as a crew chief. The entire Pramac squad is also adapting to Yamaha. Despite the challenges, Miller praised the team's efforts. The team is doing a fantastic job and learning the bike, he said. The mechanics have been extremely busy over the past few weeks. For us riders, switching bikes isn't easy, but it's even more challenging for the team. Yamaha aims to develop Pramac into a second factory-level team, making this transition a significant step for the Japanese manufacturer.